Malaysia, Malaysia, how much I love you. You helped change my life. Now listen, in this video, I'm going to be talking about, is Malaysia a good choice for Americans in 2025? Now, more Americans, more so than ever, are choosing to live overseas, whether temporary or long term. A lot of these places they're choosing, though, are Mexico, Thailand, DR, etc. Malaysia often gets overlooked by Americans. But one thing I notice when you're there is, sorry about that. One thing you'll notice when you're over there is there's a lot of Europeans and Australians over there. So I feel like certain people from around the world know about Malaysia, and I feel like it's becoming more of a global hub than ever before. In fact, they're saying by 2030, Kuala Lumpur is going to look completely different, and the population is going to increase rapidly. Me personally, for the most part, I enjoyed my experience in Malaysia. No place is perfect from what I learned, and in this video, we're going to be talking about the different reasons why or why not I believe it could be a good choice for Americans. First thing I want to talk about is safety. If you are a returning subscriber, you may have heard me mention this shortly in another video. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. Make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe, and also share. But I was misinformed to think that Malaysia is dangerous, right? I used to live with a Chinese Malaysian lady, and the only reason why I mention her ethnicity in this particular case because I think it's very important. Also, her age is important, right? At this time, she had to been in her mid to late 60s. So when she was giving me information about the safety in Malaysia, she was giving it back based off her experience. Keep in mind, she hadn't been there for many decades. So when she's telling me Malaysia is dangerous, I'm actually believing her. I'm like, okay, she's from this country. I imagine she still has some friends or family over there. If she's telling me it's dangerous, it must be dangerous. I'm going to believe her. But I later found out by coming to Malaysia that she was kind of out of touch, right? I guess she didn't communicate with people back home or something, but Malaysia changed from when she was a little kid compared to now. Has there been a little rough patch for Malaysia in the past? Yes, that's every country. But I'm here to tell you Malaysia is actually in the top 20 most safest countries in the world. I believe they're number 7 on the Global Peace Index. So you don't got to worry about like people running up to you with firearms. Hey, give me that, blah, blah, blah. It's not like, you're in certain parts of Brazil or certain parts of Colombia. You don't have to worry about that particular element. I felt safe at all times. I was by myself most of the times. I did meet a couple locals, but for the most part, I was by myself, even late at night. It may look kind of shady in certain areas, and you got to practice caution wherever you go, not just Malaysia, but I was pretty good. So for the safety aspect, I will say if that's something you value, definitely check it out here. A lot of people come to Thailand, they overlook their brother, Malaysia. And I'm here to tell you, Malaysia is beautiful. Next thing I want to talk about as far as is it good for Americans in 2025? I would say yes, also because of the food. I personally believe the food culture in Malaysia is more diverse than Thailand, but more people go to Thailand, right? Americans really do not know about Malaysia. It's like a hidden secret to us. To the rest of the world, to a lot of other places in the world, they know about it. The secret is out. But I'm here to tell you, as Americans, you need to check out Malaysia in your life at least one time. If you love Asian culture, if you love the scenery, the greenery, the vibes, how the people treat you, you are going to enjoy Malaysia. We talked about safety. We talked about food. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is a cultural aspect. There are a lot of countries right now where you kind of feel like it's losing its essence. If you talk to people from Hawaii, which technically Hawaii is a state at this point, but if you talk to people from somewhere like Hawaii, somewhere like Guam, what's another one that they say is changing too much? Even certain parts of Mexico, right? They say the culture is disappearing or the vibe is gone or all these people are moving in. It doesn't feel the same. There's still an element of natural Malaysian culture in Malaysia. And I say that is because you're going to hear the Malay language just walking around. You're going to visibly see Malaysian people and you're going to interact and meet with people who are actually from there. Are there a lot of people moving there? Yes, but there's still a lot of locals, right? It's not just straight foreigners. Like when I'm in Thailand, especially Bangkok, I'm looking around. I'm like, I feel like 1 in 3 people is a European, which is cool that they're traveling. But I'm saying, like, when I go to different countries, I want to actually experience the culture. Another reason why I would recommend Malaysia for Americans in 2025 is the cost. I got a haircut and a 1 hour facial wash for less than $30. Where can you do that in the United States? Last time I was in the United States, I paid $60 for a haircut, no facial. And that's without the tip. Pause. Now, the thing is, your dollar goes a lot farther in Malaysia. I went to a dentist office, very nice service, very lovely lady. I loved it, right? Very modern, very clean. It was in a Bangsar. If you know that neighborhood in Kuala Lumpur, you know what I'm talking about as far as how it looks aesthetically. Very pleasing. I think if I stay in Kuala Lumpur, again, I want to stay either there or downtown, you know. But for a cleaning, I paid, I want to say it was the equivalent of $23. Like, and when I'm in the States for a dental cleaning, I'm thinking $99 is a good deal because I don't have dental insurance. So I'm like, yo, I got this one dentist I've been going to for years. You know, I just pay them $99. They do a cleaning. Sometimes they'll give me a free x-ray, and that's cool. But to get your teeth cleaned and examined for $23, I mean, your money goes a lot further here. You almost feel a sense of a wealth, right? Now, speaking of wealth, that leads me to the next point. No matter where you go in the world, there's going to be a sense of judgment, a sense of stereotypes. If you are American, you're going to somewhat get judged by people as having a certain financial level, even if you're not there. But just the fact that you got that blue passport, you're from America, you speak English as a native language, right? You're from one of the quote unquote power players in the world. There is going to be a little sense of advantage and or privilege in that aspect. I'm just being honest with you. And I'm not here to like make anyone feel less than if they're born in a certain country. I'm just saying what I observed and then some conversations that I've had off camera with people. They do respect Americans a lot, and they somewhat look up to American people and American culture. You can hear music that originated in America being played in the buses or when you're around, you know, when you go to nightclubs, bars, etc. You hear people using certain vocabulary that you know started in certain places of America. They dress a certain way. You can see the influence is what I'm trying to tell you. So you being American, you're going to have one leg up, whether it's fair or not fair. I'm just saying what is, right? So if anyone's offended, I do apologize. I am pushing hard for Malaysia because Malaysia pushed hard for me. My most highest ranked video at this moment, is a vlog I did in Malaysia that helped me to get monetized. It helped me to get noticed, and the people treated me well. So that's why you always hear me shouting out Malaysia in a lot of my videos or a lot of my comments, posts, etc. But I'm here to tell you that you will get treated well. You will get treated with respect, and I highly recommend it. People are constantly going to Thailand, which is cool, but I'm here to tell you, you can have equal, if not potentially greater experiences in Malaysia. Another thing I want to talk about is the level of authenticity I occurred when dealing with the locals. I feel like money doesn't motivate people to do things if it's morally incorrect in Malaysia. I feel like there's certain principles to follow by. Let me try to explain to the best of my ability. My very first time I went to Malaysia, not this time, but the very first time when I was new on my YouTube journey, still new by the way, 6 months in, about 1,500 subscribers, give or take. Let's get to 2K by the end of this month. Come on, y'all. I need everybody's support. We're going to get to 2K before May is over. This is the May takeover. I need everybody to share the video. I need everybody to turn on the notification button so you know every time I drop, every time I go live, every time I release a short. I need y'all support. I'm trying to take over in May. The long-term goal is to quit my job before this year is over and be a full-time traveler. Malaysia, I love you. I need you to keep sharing in the WhatsApp groups you've been doing. Keep telling your friends. Keep telling your sister, your brother. Log into another device and make sure you subscribe. But anyways, back to my point. My very first time when I was in Malaysia, it all started when I first landed. So what happened was I couldn't get my Grab app to work. So for a little while, I got stuck in the airport, ended up finding the train system, was able to go take the train to the next nearest metro station. I wanted to buy some tickets. However, the ticket machine only took local dollars, local currency, but I didn't know that. So I found these locals, young people, look like they maybe were 18, 19, 20, whatever. I asked them, hey, can you help me out? Blah, blah, blah. They said, hey, we're going to help you. This is what you do. You take this, you do it like this, blah, blah. But first you need to get cash. So they showed me where the ATM was at. I go to enter my debit card to get cash. I turn around. By the time I turned around, they already bought me a ticket. I tried to give them money for the ticket. They said, no. They let me use the ticket. They got on the train with me. Almost held my hand. Metaphorically, they held my hand because they didn't physically hold my hand, but they're telling me, okay, do this. You get at this stop. And then as soon as the stop hit, they was like, okay, this is where you get off at. As I get off, I'm trying to give them money again. They was like, no. So they bought my ticket and showed me the way and rode along with me to show me this. I was like, wow, this is a great first impression. But it doesn't stop there. A similar situation happened when I was trying to go back to the airport. So after, I don't know how long I was there that first time, a week or so, I don't know, a couple of days, whatever. I try to go to the airport because I'm on my way to Singapore. Having issues with Grab again. The Grab drivers keep canceling. I see this couple, I think they were from the UK. I was like, hey, I'll pay y'all some money if y'all let me ride along to the airport with y'all, because they were already going to the airport, but they were going to a different terminal, different part of the airport. They was like, okay, we had enough time. Just make sure you pay the driver. Don't pay us. We get in. I ask the driver, okay, is it cool? He's like, yeah. He drops me off. As I go to a different terminal, I'm trying to give him the money. He declines the money. So I'm like, I don't know what to do with it. They don't want it. I'm trying to give it to you. He said, no, just go. He dropped me off at the airport for free. And then he went to the other terminal, the other part of the airport, to drop them off. Very thankful, very nice, very genuine. This goes what I'm talking about as far as money doesn't necessarily move people out there. From my experience, your experience could be different. But these are the type of scenarios where there's times where people will give me stuff for free. Like I met this person at a restaurant, and they gave me free goods, and I'm trying to pay them, and they didn't take it. But this is just goes with what I'm telling you. There's times where I'm walking down the street, vendors will offer me free food, and I'm like, hey, let me pay you for a sample or something, and they just give it to me. But this is why I think Americans need to check it out, and I think why it could be a good choice for Americans in 2025. All my Malaysian people who've been treating me well, I love y'all. I got more content coming. This is the May takeover. May Malaysian takeover. Malay May is what we're calling it. Every day in Malay May, we're going to drop a new video. I'm going to try to drop a new video every day this month. All about Malaysia as well. So stay with me, y'all. I know I originally said I was going to do the posts 3 days a week. I changed my mind. I'm back. I'm feeling good. I'm going hard. May, every day we're going to upload. Malay May is what we're calling it. So let's get to 2K. Everybody help me out. I appreciate the support. Y'all have an amazing day.